Hello and welcome to episode 251, and I am still having fun of the Veeam Community Recap. I am Rick Vanover, the Rickatron, with a cup of coffee, ready to get this going on the recap. We've got a special change today with a very interesting background. Back on the recap is Sophia Hollywood Muhammad. How you doing, Sophia?
Hey, Rick. Hello, community. It's been a minute, yeah. But very glad to be back on the recap. I've cloned Rick's office as my background today. Got to make it interesting. So
I love it. I saw that. I was confused. I thought she was next door for a second because next door I've got like a little like a baby Rick room going on there. But no, she's
I actually just got all the furniture, all the posters, and I put it in my own house just because I'm that obsessed with your office.
Sophia, I would never do this to my house, nor would I ask you
I
to
know.
do the same. Yeah.
I've seen pictures of your home office. He has like
very
one
boring
picture in the background and
it's an RV.
It's very boring.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, Madalena's on was going to be on a special assignment, but she's actually under the weather. So I got Sophia up. Nicola's on special assignment. We'll get through it, but we have an incredible. And I'm not breaking the rule, but we got a really solid list of content. So you ready to jump into it? All right. So first up, what was your first pick?
Yeah, so this is from Andreas. He's he or she. I'm not familiar with Andreas, but they're a Veeamer actually here, recent to posting on the community. So welcome. And they wrote an article on patching, the ultimate Veeam update survival guide. So Rick, can you give us a brief recap and your thoughts?
Yeah, I love this idea. First of all, hat tip to the AI. I love that. But updates matter because a lot of times we've talked here at Veeam about the, the hardening of the environments that we put in. But really, that's your day one. Your day two and onward are patching, right? So it's made easy with the VSA and V13. But Andreas has got a really good list of some of the updates and or links for updates and upgrading. So I really think it's important to be taking this perspective here. Andreas, new to call your name here on the recap, especially he also gets some extra information on, the debate of a hotfix. My short take is if you need it, do it. And if you don't, wait. But that's a hot fix, and that's different than like a patch, a security patch, right? So
love the visuals.
Yeah, this is really good AI, right? So anyways, he's got a couple different perspectives going on, Andreas does. So I really appreciate this. And then definitely never forget the stack, the OS, the apps, the drive space requirements, all of those things. Another good visual here. And then follow up. That's a very important part. You're never done. You don't want to roll the dice. I pick up on that metaphor right there. So that's kind of cool. And then being happy of, something doesn't go as planned. I love accounting for this because it's been a while since I personally have been through something like this or heard of Veeam installs doing this. But being prepared for that is really nice. So Andreas, you've captured a lot of great stuff. Hopefully we'll call your name again on the recap. Thank you.
Hopefully soon. Yeah.
All right. What's next?
This is from Luis, community member, former Vanguard, back on the community hub. New Veeam integrated solutions, HPE Elantra storage, MP data protection. So welcome back, Luis. Love to see you posting again.
Yeah, indeed, Luis. Thank you. And, I've heard now 5 different ways to pronounce this word, Sophia, so don't feel like you messed it up. I've heard Elantra, I've heard Elytra, I've heard Alatra. I mean, I've heard it all. Luis, let us know, because around the world, I don't know.
And Luis works at HPE actually,
yeah,
so
exactly.
Might have the inside scoop on how they're pronouncing
it. And I've even heard, I think it was when I was at the Vimontor in Mexico last year, they kind of put the Espanol on it. It was that Ayetra, and I'm like, okay, that's a whole different one, so just let me know. Let me know. But anyways, this is a cool design, right? By the way, we've done so much work with HPE. These are high performance storage systems, and you even have the data protector accelerator node going on here. I love this. This is really exciting when you talk about some of these designs. One thing that caught my eye on this, Luis, is that it does carry, which is also super important, the Veeam Ready solution. So you definitely want to check that out. That's a really good milestone because it's been validated by our product management team. So a lot of people also like, what else does the storage bring to the equation? I love some of this stuff right here: secure erasure, encryption, MFA, dual authorization. This is actually kind of the new thing, right? Dual authorization. A lot of folks liking that. And then some news, some HPE docs, and then even some other Veeam stuff. Nope, just the Veeam stuff up top. But Luis, great to call your name again, and thank you so much for sharing this.
Thank you, Luis.
All right, what's next?
So last official article in the 3 articles that we have is from Mohammed, our Bug India leader, posting a lot on the community hub as well. Love to see it. And he wrote an article on Veeam software appliance boot failure emergency mode recovery. What are your thoughts, Rick?
Well, first of all, I didn't even know this was a thing. This is actually something that happens at the storage layer in Linux, which I thought was a really good shout out. And, as we go into this world where we're deploying the Veeam software appliance, these are things that may come up on different environments around the world. So this is really interesting. Beautiful thing I love here is that the data backup layer is kept safe. And of course, these types of things are a really good remembrance to use the 3-2-1 rule. Well, I want to go right down to Mohammed's lessons right here. Few important points. It's not a Veeam issue. It's a Linux storage issue. Power protection is critical. That's a really good one. I feel like so many times we get into like forgetting about that. I'm going to make that yellow because it looks important. Have the environment protected on a power standpoint. There's the phrase of crash consistent on backups used to be like pulling the plug out of a system, which it truly still is. But the reality is, even systems, if they have abrupt power failures, that can be database storage, other types of problems, right? So really like that take here. And then boot and more stuff to just consider. So it sounds like, Mohammed, you went through something. I'm glad you shared it, and hopefully everything's going all right. Great to call your name again, and hope you're doing well, Mohammed.
Yeah.
All right. What is the pick for Vanguard Blog Spotlight?
It is a blog from Derek Losky, Vanguard, and he wrote a blog on deploying the Veeam Hardened repository v13 and a step-by-step guide, basically.
Yeah, indeed, Derek. I did pull one out of the archives here. This isn't exactly quote-unquote new, but it's about a month old. But I'll tell you, this is really good, Derek. I really like this post here because you're starting from, what you look at before you deploy here. This is a Dell PowerEdge Tower server, it looks like. And I mean, friends, I was walking through this post. It goes through everything. It's like, Derek, you're an honorary German for this blog post.
German?
Oh, the Germans document everything.
Okay.
But this is great, Derek. This is fantastic. I mean, for some folks, and it's not just saying yes to the network. He's also going in and doing some bonding, some of these types of things, which is what you would do in a production environment. That's why I picked this article, because Derek, this is those, I've not even done this. A lot of times in my environment, I'm doing labs, I'm doing nested VMs, all these little hacky cracky things, but you're actually doing it as you would do in production. So I really like how you've gone the distance, because I've seen a lot of people do walkthroughs, Derek. I don't believe I've seen any blog show and tells that I personally covered on the recap that are doing this. So that's why I picked this. And then from here, it carries on very much like so many other ones. But he's got his context and he's gone through the bonding. He's done the fun with the MFA and all of that good stuff. So, and here he is then in console adding the infrastructure. So Derek, this is fantastic. So happy to feature. Cool. Yeah. And where are the dad jokes? That's all I want to know. But
does he write dad jokes on his blog? I have no idea. I don't know.
I got a dad joke.
Dad joke.
You want a dad joke? I got one.
Sure. Give it to us, Rick.
What are computers' favorite snacks?
Cookies?
Microchips.
Oh.
Come on.
All right.
All right. And with that, we're going to close Vanguard Blog Spotlight. We're going to go to special department. Sophia's got a couple things. I got a couple things. We're going to start with big news. Big news.
Yep.
Last day, some people call it yesterday.
Last day.
I was
I've never
wanting to
heard
say
anybody
last week,
reference
but it was
yesterday as
last day.
last
Yeah.
day.
Yeah,
Okay.
some people call it yesterday. I'm going to call it last day. Veeam had big news that we're announcing Agent Commander. Friends, this is a big deal. This is the first announcement of integrations across the security AI portfolio in the Veeam portfolio. I got a quick visual to explain what's going on. So Agent Commander is going to provide capabilities that security AI have around inventorying agents and models that are in use, visualizing access to sensitive data, and really identifying different entitlements so that folks can understand their AI risk. Then, from a protect AI standpoint, labeling files, sanitizing data, and enforcing least privileged access will ensure that there's like secure prompts, retrievals, and responses of AI solutions in an organization. But this is where it starts to connect with the Veeam portfolio that we know. Undo AI. This is where, first of all, we can ensure that data is protected. We can review the activity of these different agents, understand some of the changes that happen within these different environments, and then, should it be needed, restore that those files with precision, right? And that's where the Veeam, data protection part of our portfolio can kind of come in to view there. So we've not really announced what specifically products we're going to have here, but this is going to be a capability and experience, a solution that will transcend the joint product portfolio. Super excited. Big news from last day.
Last day. Very cool news from last day.
Indeed. So more to come. And by the way, Thursday of this week, so the latest episode of Tech Bites, I'll put a link in to replay it when we post a recap. Emily and I are going to do a Tech Bites on this. So really excited for that. All right. Next up in special department news, I do want to draw everyone's attention to KB 4821, the Microsoft 365 backup solution, which includes both Veeam Data Cloud and installable Veeam backup for Microsoft 365. Microsoft, well, first of all, we have some notice, which is great. There's going to be a change in the API. So specifically, how data processing is moved. This will impact how the products are moving, right? So there's basically a connection limit that's going to be coming in, okay, per application. And then we outline what goes on here. So if you're using the M365 solution in either mode, please give this a look. Our support team is ramping up for this. We are already on the process to put in an 8.4 update. I think will be very soon released, right? We'll put it here in the recap as well. But definitely give this a look. This is a pretty serious update in the sense that we really encourage an update just so organizations can have the experience they want with Microsoft 365. And for Veeam Data Cloud, that upgrade should be done for you. So give this a read if you're using the Microsoft 365 data protection solution. Either way. So thank you, Mike Ressler, by the way, for relaying that to us. All right. Last special department from me. I just want to highlight that the sales team really they get to me with a lot of things, but this is really interesting. There's a promo going on with Veeam Data Cloud Vault. So basically get 20% off of Vault when you secure 50 or more. So kind of an interesting way to do a good kind of, this is basically a coupon that I'm sharing with everyone when it comes to data protection and stuff like that. But I just wanted to highlight this. Thank you, Heather, for bringing this to my attention. The Veeam Vault Multiplier Program. If you're thinking about securing this encrypted immutable backup storage, a little bit of a deal. You can bring this to the equation to maybe make the case for your environment. So check it out, and I'll have a link to that in the recap. All right, so Sophia, we got 3 kind of special situations going on, including a new one. What is up?
Yeah, so I wanted to give a shout out to Stephen Seagrave. This week, we actually opened our VUG Ireland page. So welcome to a new user group, keeping the expansion going this year. Very exciting because I don't think we've ever had an user group based in Ireland. This is definitely the first one that me and Madalena have worked on. So it's exciting just to expand the group. If you're in Ireland, please join, tune in. There will be virtual events coming soon in the next couple of months. And then Stephen has already discussed planning some in-person events for later in the year. So good stuff coming from Ireland.
I think this was just made yesterday, right?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Or last day, past day in Rick's.
In Ricklish. Come on, it's in the Rictionary.
Rictionary, yes. For sure.
Stephen, great to call your name again, man. It's been a while. Long road, small world. This guy is good, friends. He is fantastic. Yeah. So let's it's fresh. So let's welcome everyone in the Ireland environment. How about country, region to join? So Stephen will rock it. So thank you, Stephen. All right, a little bit closer to me, my good man, my good friend Chris. Just, hey, Chris, next time, pick a date that I'm not out of town, okay? I'll come up for it. But what's going on here? That.
Yeah, he was like, oh, darn, it would have been great to get Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're having a Veeam user group over in West Michigan. Like I mentioned, expansion this year. This will be the first one actually in Michigan. So very exciting stuff. Chris, based in Grand Rapids, is leading the West Michigan area VUG. So it'll be a few hours in the evening, 6 to 8, I believe. Get into the registration page, but they'll have some technical content, and they'll end the day with, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, bocce?
Oh, is that old that game that the old guys play?
I guess old guys. I don't know about that. It's a bocce. I think that's how you pronounce it.
What is it? Somebody let me know. I don't know. Is it like BOCC? Oh, this right here? I don't know.
Bocce. I think it's like bocce.
Bocce ball.
Bocce. So it seems like it's going to be an activity afterwards. So get some technical content, get some networking in, and then play some bocce or bokeh.
Or some BOCCE.
BOCCE, whatever that is. But it should be fun. Rick and I would have loved to be there. Unfortunately, it's the week that we're in a team meeting, but next time for sure.
Place looks legit.
Yeah.
It's like a black
very cool.
Burger. Fancy. Man, Chris has good taste. I'm just trying to see the bocce court. Maybe that's here too. But those look like good pickles. Oh, that looks like a solid menu.
They'll have good food too.
Yeah, man. Anyway. So I used to live in West Michigan, so in Grand Rapids area. So I was like, some of these kind of trendy places are newer, so that's new to me. So I'm just really interested. But I will tell you, I looked on the map. It's a cool, swanky part of the Grand Rapids area, West Michigan. So definitely check it out. Thank you, Chris. I promise. I promise next time. Just make sure it's on my calendar. I will make it. I'll bring my whole team if you can make it, Sophia, Kirsten,
road trip,
and Jada. Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Chris. All right, last one. What's up next?
Last one, we have another Veeam user group that same day, earlier in the day, with the time zones, how they work. We'll have a France user group in Lyon, the city of Lyon, for the first time. Actually, at OVH Cloud, they will be the venue host. So lots of content there. Maybe we can get into the page and go through some of those agenda highlights that they'll have.
Yeah, let's see. Nicolas, I saw that much in French. So
somebody named Nicolas will be there. I think maybe Nicolas Bonnet.
Yeah, exactly. I love the compliance topic. That's awesome.
Yeah. Extra Grid will be sponsoring, as well as Object First, if I'm not mistaken. So they'll be having talks as well. But it'll be a full day, as we can see there.
As they do in France.
As they do. I think like with a lot of the European ones, 9 to 7. So it's a full day commitment, but a lot of good content that'll come out of it. So if you're in the area and able to make it out, please definitely join the next France user group.
Indeed. Awesome. So that really is, and know who's new this week, because we're running just kind of hot and wild. But by the way, Sophia, thank you for always making that. That really is helpful.
There is actually a who's new.
I
didn't share the link. I did. We'll make we'll add it to the post.
Yeah, we'll just do the visual. Yeah, there we go. So but busy times. Hopefully everybody's feeling better and such. But Thank you so much for rocking the recap with me, Sophia.
Thanks for having me.
All right, next week I will be back here. I think Maddie will be back there, and 252 will bring it to you. Have a great weekend, everyone.